All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman, giant woman. All I wanna be is the one who gets to see a giant woman. Let me go ahead and get started with that. Let me start with that, you guys. I've been thinking ever since I started thinking about that song during my previous reaction with One Piece. I can't get that song out of my head now, and now I can't help but whistle it and sing it at the same time. I am so sorry. Shonen Sensei, What If MHA, Crush, and Kitty Bree. Or is that Bri? Is it Bree? I want to say Kitty Bree. Welcome, everybody, to this brand new chapter of My Hero Academia. So let's go ahead and get it started, because we don't have to wait, because it's already past 12 o'clock. Ha! Cool K! And Psycho as well. Nice to see you. Rough night last night. Nice to see you streaming. Are you talking about are you saying rough night for you? I hope everything's alright, man. Or are you talking about, me yesterday with the whole stream and everything getting cut out, because that was rough. But if you're talking about you, I hope everything's going okay. Let's go ahead and get started with chapter 277. Last we left off with Shigaraki was making his way towards Aizawa in order to take him out, because Aizawa is the only one keeping him from using his quirks. Even though Shigaraki's body is been modified to enable him to move at superhuman speeds. Kitty Bree. Got it right. Okay, thank you. I want to make sure I say names correctly. Thank you. And he tried to launch towards Aizawa. But before anyone could get to him, before anyone could reach Shigaraki, even Gran Torino, who's one of the fastest people in all of One Piece, in all of My Hero, along with Hawks and All Might, Midoriya launches towards him, outpacing everyone, including Gran Torino, and clashes with Shigaraki. And right behind Shigaraki comes in Bakugo. Can't wait for your One Piece reaction today. Hey, I've already just did it. I've done it already. I did it before this reaction. I literally just finished my reaction for that chapter a couple of minutes ago before I started this one. So it'll be up. So now we get to see what happens as Midoriya straight up clashes with Shigaraki. Chapter 277! Who? The worst case scenario. What? And Gran Torino's looking like in utter shock, because the very person that Gran Torino was trying to keep away from Shigaraki has just launched himself at him. As long as Shigaraki's quirks are erased, we can just fight. We can join this fight too! And then there's, let's not forget, the numerous Taiyo Nomu that are around beating down on the heroes. The Nomu are keeping the other heroes occupied, which doesn't leave us with enough firepower to face Shigaraki, and he'll decay everything again once Erasure comes undone. The worst case scenario is losing our teacher! The teacher who's watched over us all this time. We can't lose him! Izuku Midoriya. You cannot become a hero with that power of yours. And this is cutting back to when Aizawa was first looking at Midoriya's quirk the very first day of UA. Midoriya. Let's do this thing rationally! And then comes Bakugo coming right in and just starts raining fire right down on Shigaraki. AP Machine Gun! Cute fireworks show there. And of course, Shigaraki is just brushing all of this off. And before Shigaraki can try and get to Bakugo, Midoriya uses his Black Whip quirk to restrain him. But Midoriya doesn't account for Shigaraki's strength, because Shigaraki continues to pull him along. Sorry, you're not on my radar anymore. And right between the two, Endeavor just comes straight in and nails him with a punch, sending Shigaraki flying. Endeavor! Where's Shoto? It's just us two here. And then it shows Shigaraki landing and, doing the classic Teen Titans get knocked away and land and skid across the ground anime stop. I'm so close. Okay then. That body's beyond human at this point. Sure, and you keep that scum away from us. You boys be his legs, okay? You boys be his legs, okay? Is it lagging? It doesn't look like it's lagging on the playback for me. Everything looks fine on my end. It hasn't said that anything is... Oh, never mind. I see it. I see the lag. I see the lag now. I see it. Hold on. Let me get rid of anything that could interfere. I'll bring it up later, but let me make sure that everything is still moving smoothly. I'll read through that again. I'm so close. Okay, then. Tch, says Bakugo. That body's beyond human at this point. You boys be his legs, okay? Sure, and you keep that scum away from us. As powerful and sturdy as All Might. As All Might? But as long as I don't blink, that power is all he's got, and I'll hold on for a long time. For whatever reason, you two are here now. Let's save the why for later. If I scoop up Izuku Midoriya and get away from here. This is what Shigaraki is thinking to himself. And he launches towards him. We're giving Eraser the support he needs. Bakugo, you cover Deku. Acquire one for all. One for all. You will be mine, little brother. Yo. One for all is so integrated into Shigaraki's All for One himself, are in his mind. You will be mine, little brother. First of all, Shigaraki ain't got no little brother. He had a little sister. So, not just the ideals and not just the desires of All for One are in Shigaraki now, but even his very memories and desires are in him as well. I know I said desires as well, but the desires of his memories and the memories that he has of his little brothers, those are in Shigaraki as well. Is everything moving? Are we back to normal? Is it still lagging? Alright, I'm gonna reread through that. What is the last thing that you guys heard me say before it started buffering again? I literally turned off everything that could possibly be using Wi-Fi or a wired connection or anything like that. Sorry, everyone. Apologies for that. But what was the last thing that I said? So that way I can continue this chapter. It's good. Okay, I need to get through this chapter then. I need to get through this chapter so you guys don't miss out on anything. I'm just going to keep reading. I'll reread through that. Okay, let me just reread through the last panel again. When Shiggy said little bro. Okay. Okay, so little brother. Okay. Let me make sure that there isn't anything else that could be interfering with this connection right now. I'm sorry, everyone. Hopefully this doesn't put you off this whole reaction. I hate it when this happens. I don't know why it's saying that I'm not getting a good connection when nothing is functioning on this Wi-Fi currently, so I don't understand it. My apologies if this has ruined the mood for you guys. My apologies. But it looks fine now. It's just the frame rate. You can hear me perfectly. Okay, so you guys can hear me just fine. But it's the image catching up that's the problem. All right, now that I know that, I can just continue on, even though my facial expressions may not properly animate that. But once again, sorry. All right. For whatever reason you two are here now, let's save the why for later. If I scoop up Ms. Izuku Midoriya and get away from here, we're giving Eraser the support he needs. Bakugo, you cover Deku. One for all. One for all. You will be mine, little brother. And they both look at each other with like this curious look on their eyes. Because that wasn't Shigaraki who said that. Shigaraki looked on like, huh? What did I just say? Just like Agent Smith at the end of Revolutions when he said everything that has an beginning has an end, Neo. Wow. Cody Brooks, what's going on? They both look puzzled at each other because Shigaraki just said that out of nowhere. And it's very peculiar because Shigaraki has regular quote bubbles. But this one word was said with dark, shadowy lines on the outline of the quote bubble. So that was not Shigaraki who said that. And before Shigaraki can make any other move, Endeavor goes in with Hell Spider, but Shigaraki dodges it. Cody! Cody, you don't have... Dude, you don't have to do this every time I do a reaction. You don't have to. Don't anyone feel pressured. Don't anyone feel pressured to donate or anything like that. Wow, I'm honored, but at the same time, please don't feel like you gotta do that. You don't have to. I appreciate it, but don't feel like you gotta do that. I mean, wow, this is wow. Okay, Plus Ultra. Well, Plus Ultra, man. Wow. Okay, just throwing me off my game again, Cody. just surprising me. Good Lord, Cody with the $7. Good Lord. Little brother, that wasn't me saying that. Your will is too strong, Master. This is my power, my body. Yo, the willpower that is in All For One stayed in his quirk. And it's almost like it's trying to take over Shigaraki's body. That's how strong it is. You don't get to be some phantom voice whispering in my head. Back then, I thought about how the guy they called the Lord of Evil was defeated by the power of just one man. Don't get me wrong, I'm real grateful for how you raised me up, but I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be great, I want to be greater than you. Just shut up. I can control myself. And then Gran Torino comes in and starts trying to fight him. Hitting back can be the best way to avoid dying. After all, I did train a crazy powerful guy. Now quit trampling all over Shimura's memory. Who? If you think he's anything less than a villain, no good can come of it. You even existing hurts Toshinori so much. It's made everyone suffer. And, yo, Torino's just going in because, yo, you usually don't see it, but it's actually showing Gran Torino and the muscle underneath his body. We're so used to seeing Gran Torino with, like, this old man body and nothing, but in this one panel, you actually see muscle definition of this man. Wow, this is a nice panel. It doesn't show whole body, but it just shows the upper body, like the muscles on his back and his arms and his shoulders and everything. Wow. So even though he looks small for an old man, he's still packed with muscle in a small package. What you missed? Well, so far, Shigaraki is fighting Midoriya and Bakugo and Endeavor, and Gran Torino is just joining the fight. And apparently the will of All For One is still in his quirk because it almost overridden Shigaraki's body to force him to say, "You're all mine, little brother," which is All For One's words, not Shigaraki's words. So having All For One's quirk in his body, it's almost as if it kind of has a slight will of its own. But Shigaraki says, I don't want to be like you. I want to be greater than you were. So you can't be just this whispering voice in the back of my head. But Gran Torino's just going in on Shigaraki, and then Endeavor comes in behind Gran Torino, and Shigaraki just looks in that direction and just glares. And he jumps up into the air, and he stares down at Midoriya, and he has this really crazy look on his eye. Not on your radar, huh? You total piece of crap! And then Bakugo is just right above him. He was just bait! And just blows him up with his super. Just blows him up with his special move. It is a titanic explosion. It is massive. So what if my strength alone's not enough? The symbol I strove to be that isn't the path for you to follow. And they all look on as Bakugo. What page am I on? I'm on page 16 and 17. I just feel like All For One wants to take Shigaraki's body because All For One's body is useless. Well, given the fact that he's hearing All For One's voice in his head, and it almost overtook his body and forced him to say something he normally wouldn't say, I'm kind of leaning in that direction too. What if All For One's quirk and kind of part of his consciousness, it exists inside of his own quirk? But after that explosion from Bakugo, Endeavor goes in with Vanishing Fists and nails Shigaraki straight in the midsection. At that moment, hang in there, you gotta hold him back! Hold him back. Hold him back. Hold him back. I'm not even paying attention to chat, if you guys know what's about to happen, but I'm calling it right now. Gigantomachia is on the move. It's him! And he's going up against Mountain Lady! Woo! You gotta hold him back, Mountain Lady! Yo, he's not even trying to fight Mountain Lady. He's just trying to get out to get to Shigaraki. And she's trying to hold him back. And she's struggling. Because Gigantomachia grew to her size. No, Gigantomachia has surpassed her size. And she's trying to hold him back. Don't gotta tell me twice! He's not going anywhere! Gigantomachia is ignoring everyone. He's grown to the height where he is able to have numerous other villains on his back. I see Dabi, I see Compress, I see Tomura, I see Toga on his back. He's absolutely massive now. I thought Machia was Hulk size. No, he can get to Hulk size, but his ability is the longer he fights, the bigger he becomes. Think the Ang Lee version of Hulk, where the angrier he gets, the bigger he becomes. The longer, and we don't know if this is his quirk or not because it doesn't list it on his dossier on the wiki page. It just says that his ability is he can grow the longer he fights. And he's now the size of Mount Lady, who can... Actually, how tall can Mount Lady become? Her quirk allows her to go to a certain height, which is already skyscraper size, and Gigantomachia is already surpassing that size because she's trying to hold him back, and his whole upper body is just massive and shadowing her. Like, she's trying to push him and his size is surpassed. So let me see. Her height is 67 feet when she's 67 feet and 7 inches when she's transformed, and that's her maximum height. And Gigantomachia is already trying to push back against her, trying to make her way to Tomura. And he's not paying attention to anything. He's not saying anything. He's just trying to make a beeline to where he is. And that's the end of the chapter. This chapter is dropping. This chapter is dropping. Okay, so My Hero is not going on a break. So this chapter, the next chapter drops on the 12th, and One Piece drops on the 19th. So you get one chapter next week and then a One Piece chapter the week after. Yo, this was a really good chapter. Even though this didn't make me jump out of my chair, the fact that Gigantomachia's on the move and Tomura is trying to go after Midoriya because for some odd reason he still thinks that he can just take One For All from him. That's not how it works. I already explained to you guys that One For All cannot be taken physically. Even if you ripped Midoriya all the way down to his bare atoms, you wouldn't be able to take that quirk. Not only that, but apparently All For One's has a presence, like, I don't know, some sort of influence that is geared towards taking the quirk of his little brother. And it's in the quirk that is in Shigaraki right now. And its presence is so strong that it momentarily altered the speech of Shigaraki in order to sound like All For One, as if All For One was speaking himself. And everyone's fighting to make sure that Aizawa doesn't blink his eyes in order to make sure that Shigaraki can't use his decay quirk. So much is going on, and now Gigantomachia is pushing back against Mount Lady. Now, mind you, I wasn't saying struggling, because she's kind of not really keeping him from moving. Like, it appears that she's being shoved back while still trying to push against him. So she's doing the most in order to keep him from running forward. But given the fact that he's both the Hulk and the Juggernaut into one, she's not really keeping him from moving. She's just slowing him down. And the fact that he's grown to the size of Mount Lady, and the fact that the thing is, he gets more and more devastating. He gets more and more powerful the taller he gets. Like, he's already ridiculously powerful. Hey, Brayden, I see you. He gets more and more powerful the longer he fights. So the fact that his strength is already ridiculous, the taller he gets, his destructiveness is already going to increase. So if they somehow manage to not keep him from making his way to Shigaraki, he's going to be... The devastation we've seen with the decay is going to be even worse, because once you start... And the fact that he said, kill everyone that you see, this is going to cause a really, really big problem. The manga has been hinting One For All getting taken, but you can't take it, though. It has to be willfully given by the user. You can't just take it from the body. That's not how the quirk works. Otherwise, All For One would have been able to take it from the previous users, which he hasn't. There wouldn't be 9 successors of All For One. There wouldn't be 9 successors of One For All. There wouldn't be 9 successors of One For All. If All For One was able to just take the quirk outright. Mount Lady, I really hope she prevails. I hope she does too. Midoriya was wrong. Worst case scenario, Shigaraki steals Aizawa's quirk. Ooh, that'd be even worse, because then he'd have the ability to nerf the quirks of every hero he encounters, rendering them powerless. That is the worst case scenario. Not Shigaraki getting his hands on his quirks again, but taking a quirk that allows him to erase other quirks. That means that he wouldn't need that quirk-killing drug that Chisaki made. So overall, I would say that is the absolute worst-case scenario. This is also a great chapter as well. Can't be as easy as stealing DNA. It can't be. It's like we know how All For One does it. His ability, his quirk is literally taking powers. That's his whole quirk's purpose. But the fact that The fact that One for All is too complex of a quirk for him to just physically take because it's a mutated quirk. All the other quirks that All for One has had have all been like regular, straightforward quirks. But One for All is a peculiar quirk because it's mutated. It combined with another quirk to become something completely new that All for One has never taken before. So that keeps it from being just like a basic quirk he can take. It's far too complex. And the fact that it's passed on to numerous people means that it's just become so much more complex with all the intricate little quirks that everyone has. So it's beyond the point of All for One just simply taking it from the body. And when Shigaraki finds out that he can't just physically take it out of the body, what is he gonna do? I mean, he's not Sylar from Heroes. He can't just slice off people's heads, read their brains, and understand how their powers work, and then just take it. And then that's that. That's not how it works. What other Weekly Shonen Jump manga do I read? I haven't started reading any other manga, to be honest. I've just been really focusing on My Hero and One Piece. I know I should be reading up on others to, what other else is going on. But I just got to find the free time. I mean, I have no excuse today and tomorrow since I'm both off from work today and tomorrow. So I'll probably add some more. Probably like I heard The Promised Neverland in a list of ones that you guys want me to read. And some other ones as well. I gotta remember what they were. But this was a great chapter. Even though I didn't jump out of my chair, I still call this a 9. Because it's a really good chapter. There's just so many good things. I should read Black Clover. I've been watching the show, but part of me thinks that I should read the book as well. At least I don't have to hear Asta going, "Ah!" the entire time. So so I don't have to worry about that. But I'll add, okay, so The Promised Neverland, Black Clover, and I still need to catch up on Attack on Titan. I still need to read those chapters. I know some have come out, but it's been months since I last read it, so I need to catch up on that. So, yeah, that's just those are just other things. But that's all I got for this chapter. This chapter was great. I enjoyed it. I call this a 9. Even though I didn't jump out of my chair, I consider this chapter a 9 because there's so many good things coming on. The Promised Neverland ended. Well, people still want me to read it because apparently it's pretty good. Gigantomachia is on the move. Shigaraki's aiming for Midoriya, trying to get away, but he doesn't know that he can't take One for All because, obviously, they're all trying to protect Aizawa because if Dr. Stone, oh yeah, that's another one as well. They're all protecting Aizawa, and Midoriya does not want the teacher that has watched over them since the beginning to die because Aizawa's been protecting his students all this time. Now it's time for the students to protect the teacher. The students have progressed this far. My headcanon is I want Luffy, Yamato, and Katakuri team up. That's for One Piece. But for here, who knows what this next chapter is going to be like? You know it would be something if Midoriya unlocks the ability to float. If he starts to learn Nana Shimura's float quirk during this altercation with Shigaraki. Yo! That'd be something. But that'll be a conversation for another time. So this is where I'm going to end it here for today, folks. I enjoyed this chapter. I really did. I'm looking forward to the next one. I need to go ahead and record my reaction to the newest One Piece episode that dropped today. So with that being said, Cody Brooks, thank you for the donation. It is, I still get shocked whenever something like that happens. And I consider myself blessed that all that I've been doing on YouTube has led to these moments where people do something like that for me, and it just surprises me all the time. I thank God for these talents that I've been given, and I'm glad that I get to share them all with you. Sorry to get sentimental, but I gotta be honest with you guys. You guys help make this next stream. Oh no, I'm not going to be doing a live stream of the episode itself because I got copyright claimed for just having the whole episode through. But I thank God that I'm able to do this every chance that I get, bring you videos and streams and just have fun with you guys. It really does. This is I love doing this. I love doing this. I want to do this for the rest of my life, and I could turn this into a full-time job, which I'm working towards, then that it just makes me happy. I'm happy doing this right now, but I'm trying to turn this into full-time, and I'm thankful that I have people that, agree with me and enjoy this. So once again, sorry to get all sentimental. I'm going to end it here, but thank you guys for just watching me. It really means a lot. It really does. So, with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next videos. Have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.